So, Instagram and Facebook audiences. First of all, welcome. If you like this class by the end and you want to see more of it, they are all available for free on my Facebook group. Just go to johngalante.com/group. Again, johngalante.com/group. I'm going to throw links somewhere in the description, but welcome. We're going to cover in this one how to set up the Instagram and Facebook audiences and also how to name them, because both of them are very important. Just so you know, I'm kind of laid back in this videos. I don't edit it. They're very raw and they're very hands-on. So I don't think you're here to see my face. I believe you're here to see what I have to teach you. So let's go to the computer. All right, so again, following last class, there was no secret, no magical audience. Don't fall for that. There's a lot of guys that are advertising these days on Facebook and Instagram about their ways to uncover the hidden magical audiences. Don't fall for that. You don't need any of these services. Just know that your best audiences 99% of times are going to be the ones that only you in the face of the world has access to, and those are your custom audiences that you've built from the ground up. So why did I even mention the name? Because naming is very important. Two reasons for that. First, organization. If you're doing this for a client and they log in and they see everything all over the place, I believe your credibility goes down. I believe it is respectful and is professional to your clients if you do something that's organized. Plus, in industrial engineering, I am an industrial engineer, there is a Japanese methodology, philosophy that goes by the name of 5S. Basically, it just demonstrates that if you keep an organized desk, if you keep an organized, basically if you keep the place where you work organized, your results improve, your productivity improves. So I believe it's a great practice. But most important of all, you're going to have to search for these audiences sometimes in the near future, and if you just have their name organized, it's going to save you so much time. Answering a lot of questions that I've been getting. No, you cannot target as of this December 2019 directly your IG followers, but there is no problem at all with that, because you can target people who engage with your account, and your followers are going to be among that. So there's no problem at all. When you're creating your audiences, make sure you create all of them, because you're only going to have to do this one time. So if I'm in a hurry, just pause this video, watch it later. It's probably going to take you around 40 minutes to an hour to create all of these. If you are really slow, or if you're doing it with me, if you're a little bit faster, if you're a little more proficient with ads, it's going to take you around like 20 minutes. So what is this weird thing that I put here? This is the structure of the naming that you're going to use. All right. I'm going to create all of these live with you, so don't be worried that it sounds a little bit complicated, because it's truly not. Actually, let me go here. So how do you go about setting them up? I'm using, as you can see, the new display, the new interface. Damn, that was a hard word to find, but I'm using the new interface for the ads manager. I actually hate it. I think it's terrible, but since Facebook is testing it, something tells me that it's going to be the standard interface in a while, so I might as well learn how to use it. My icon is actually up here because I use it so much, but yours is going to be like down here. As you can see, I pretty much reset all my accounts so I can do this from ground up with you guys. So just click on it. It's going to be this little menu. As you never created an audience before, just click on the first one, create custom audience. Now, first we're going to set up the Instagram business profile. You or your client, whatever you're doing this for, you need a business profile. You do not need a personal profile. You do not need a creator account. You need a business profile. Just go to Instagram. I know some people today, they like to use the creator account. Forget about that. If you're using ads, if you're going to advertise, use business profile. It's going to show up once you link it to your Facebook. If you don't know how to link your Facebook to your Instagram account, there are plenty of videos on YouTube about it. So just click on here. All right, so let me change here to this is actually a client, JF Galante. Here we go. With this first setting here, just leave it to any. Just You shouldn't have to worry about it if you're just starting out. All right. What I want you to understand, whatever I tell you here, I don't know how many times I say this to you guys. The best way for you to learn is actually read the mouse overs. So just put your mouse over this little thing in here, read. Put your mouse over this little thing in here, read it. Read it, read it. If you do this, which nobody in the face of the earth does it, you're going to have more knowledge than 98% of everyone that advertises on Facebook and Instagram, all right? So just make sure you read it. You're going to have to create both for Facebook and Instagram, all the options that are down here. But what I tell you in advance, you're probably going to use this first one the most. It usually tends to yield the best results unless you're using it for very specific cases. But anyway, since you're already, playing some music you like or playing just brain.fm, create them all at once. You never know when you're going to need it. And again, you're only going to need to do this once. So just creating here, and here is where the naming comes. What is this first part? Name. If you're working with a client, this is where you put your agency name or your agency letters or anything like that. For me, I just put JFG like this, which is the short version of my firm. As we started out with IG, Instagram, we let this IG. Here, we're talking about, let's go back in here, everyone who engaged with your business. Let's go through the other options. Anyone who visited your business profile, people who engaged with any post or ad, people who sent a message to your business profile, people who saved a post or ad. As you can see, the first one is everyone who engaged with your business. Let's go back in here. So the type is everyone engaged. Just make sure that by looking at this, you can actually understand what's going on. And here is how many days that you're going to select. I'm going to explain that in a second. Just let me post this here. First one that I'm going to use is 365 days. That's 1 year. All right, so let me go to the drawing board. This is where a lot of people misunderstand it or just completely get it wrong. Let me try to explain it. Let me draw a graphic here. We have this first circle. We have this bigger circle in here. We go with, oops, what happened? Gosh, what the hell is this? Let me erase it. Like I always tell you guys, I don't edit this, so bear with me. I don't know what the heck happened. Probably press the wrong button. So, all right, let me draw the third circle in here. Hope it recognized this as a circle. God damn, this is a bad circle. It didn't even recognize that, but I think you understand it. So here in the first one, let me put 30. And the second one, I'm going to put 60, and this third one, 365. These are the number of days that we're setting up in here. All right. But what does this graph mean? Look here, people. Whenever you're setting up anyone who has engaged with your page for 30 days, this group is within these second group, which is people who have engaged with your Facebook profile or Instagram profile in the past 60 days. Why? Because if somebody has reacted to a post within 30 days, they absolutely for certain have reacted to a post in the past 60 days. Can you understand the logic? Because this number is within this one. And of course, I don't even have to say that, but if they have reacted or engaged to any sort of content within your Facebook account, within your Instagram profile in the past 60 days, so for sure they have reacted to something in the past 365 days, because this is contained within this. What does that mean for you? It means basically you're going to use 3 days, 3 time periods the most. The ones that the ones I use the most are 60 days, 30 days, 2 weeks, and 2 days. All right. Just put this here. Seems like a vector. All right. Why these numbers? 2 days is probably going to use if you're going to use some, a very specific, a very punctual promotion or ad. 2 weeks is a good number because, you know, people who have reacted to something within 2 weeks, they probably have you on the top of their mind. 30 days, the same thing. And 60 days for me tends to be the limit. And that's only because I think that if the person has taken more than 60 days to have any sort of engagement with your account, then they probably don't even remember you. That's pretty much what I believe. But anyway, there are some specific cases where you will want to use 180 days and 365. But I use these two the most just for building brand awareness, or just to maybe try to fish somebody that has shown interest before, but they are usually not the best ones. I find the best results actually with this ones in here. But let's go ahead and create all of them. I'm actually not going to create all of them because you're going to see there's so many of them. So here's the first one. Let me just make sure I copy this. Create audience. Do it again. Custom audience. It actually saved my settings, so just come back in here. Let's change this for 180 days. And just here. Let's just do, I'm going to do one more, right? Oops, I clicked in the wrong place. Custom audience, Instagram business profile, my profile jf.galante, and I'm going to go for 30 days. So there we have it. Now let's do the same thing for your Facebook page. All right, just go in here, custom audience, select your Facebook page. So here it is, John Galante, everyone, 365 days. Paste it. But here's not IG anymore. Now it's FB, Facebook. 365, that's everyone who engaged, everyone engaged. All right, create audience. Let's create one more for 30 days, let's say. Facebook page. Everyone. 30 days. And here, 30. FB. One more thing that I like to use usually whenever I'm testing, because I like to separate whatever is a test and whatever it is a very already set up audience. I just put, you're not going to use this at first, but I put like this, test. That's for my own control. That's not for the client. But all right, create audience. There we go. You can see it beautifully laid out. JFG, the firm, FB, Facebook, IG, Instagram, excuse me, everyone engaged. And here is the days. If you want, you can put a D in here. So 30D, 365D, so you know it's days, but you know what else is going to be. Why this is very important. First, you can see that this is beautifully laid out. You can send a screenshot. If you don't know, on Windows, you can actually just press the window key, Shift and S, and you can pretty much shoot a screenshot like that. But you can send this to your client so they know that you've actually been working, that you are actually an organized professional. But this is why I use it. Let's say I want to only see my Facebook ads. I just go here, type FB, my Facebook audiences, sorry. Search. Why is it not working? But again, enter. There we go. Here are my Facebook audiences. Let's say I want to see what is 180 days. I go here, 180. Here is everything that I created for 180 days. Same thing, 30. Look here, beautifully laid out. So let's go ahead and create another one. So just so you can know how I name it, Instagram business profile. gf.galante. Let's go for message. People who send a message to your business profile. But let me just suppose I do not understand very well what's written in here. What do I have to do? I simply move my mouse up here, and there we go. This includes only the people who send a message to your Instagram business profile. Cannot get any clearer than this. All right. So what I would name it, not working. Go back in here, copy this, paste it. So I would write here, messages. Actually, I'm going to write sent message and 365 days. There we go. Create audience. We can do the same thing for any of the examples in here. I think you got it. Let's go to Facebook page. Let's go to, let's see what we have in here. People who saved your page or any post, people who send a message, click on any call to action, engaged, visit your ad or any post or ad. Let's go to saved your page. Change this to FB. Save it. And let's go for 30 days, 30D. There we go. Easy and simple as that. All my audience is beautifully laid out in here. You can see all of them. That's pretty much how you create them. And you should do this. Damn, my accent is really bad today. For every single one of these options in here. Everyone who engaged with your business, go out and put, again, if you're a lazy person, you know, oh, I don't have time for this. Oh, all right, only create this one, 60, 30, 14, 2. You can sometimes, you know, 180, it's all right. Personally, all of my best results have come from 60, 30, 14, and 2. But you can also add 90 days. Actually, 90 days is pretty good too. 90 days and 60 days. They tend to work fine if you're doing any sort of promotion, especially on Instagram. All right.
To make sure at the very least you set this ones up. I actually had to cut the video because something happened with the whiteboard. But this is pretty much it, guys. By the end, you should have this one, a very long list in here, because with every single one of these time periods, 90 days, 60, 30, 14, and 2, at the very least, I would highly suggest you to do 365 and 182. But for each one of this settings in here for Instagram, and for each one of this settings in here for Facebook. But I'm sure by the end you feel kind of proud of yourself, because I know that it's not this is not easy. This is easy, but this is just a lot of work, so a lot of people just don't go through it. But you know, presenting this to your client is, first of all, it's a very, very valuable asset. You can explain that. You can explain this to them even if they are not working with you anymore in the future. But that's pretty much it, guys. Let me come back in here. I think you're seeing me again now, but my shortcut actually opens this new thing. I hope this helps. Once again, if you like this, if you think it's useful, you can learn all of this completely for free. Just put down my, you can learn all this completely for free in my Facebook group, johngalante.com/group. Hope you have a good one.